Welcome to the present. Good morning and good morning to you, Mr. Efos. How are we doing today? How
Oh,
are we doing
bro.
today? Welcome to the present.
If I tell you I'm doing good, it's another statement. I'm
You're doing
ecstatic.
fantastic.
Bro,
Ooh,
you know
I
what
like
made this
that.
game funny? A day before, I had a funny dream that we lost the game because Arteta went to go and play. You know that squad I sent you where somebody said we should rotate for Chelsea?
Exactly.
Your fans were. What? So I now had a dream that Arteta went to go and rotate and bring boys from academy to come and play against Chelsea.
That's a night. That's not a dream. That's a nightmare. That's not a dream. That's a
Exactly.
nightmare.
That was the subconscious this thing thought that was in my head.
Yeah.
I slept.
Head on.
So at the end of the day, I now when I was watching that match yesterday, I was kind of tense. But at one particular point, the thing now turned from tense to embarrassment.
So, yeah. Do you know why I knew that something was up? Normally I send that text that Partey starts. Something what they feel like that Partey was starting.
Bro,
I'm like, okay, that is
this
what
is
we've been
where it
asking for.
begins.
That is, I'm like, say my confidence went from 60% to 90 because I know that Gallagher will not be able to chase Partey the way he will chase
Yeah,
Jorginho.
Jorginho.
Because it was the
Bro,
first time we played them at Stamford Bridge. That was their tactic.
yeah, yeah.
That was their tactic.
Bro,
So,
there were moments yesterday. It was not even if you like chase. Can you the brain is speaking and the
I'm
body
telling you.
can, act with the brain.
You saw
It
what
was
he did. You saw what he did to Caicedo. Caicedo was trying to attack. He just say
bro. You
later
see,
they'll say I hate somebody. I don't hate anybody.
no, bro, me, I'm not even saying mine is Rice is
No.
improving in his own way. You understand? But
Yeah,
all those things that we are saying Partey gives us, he doesn't. I have agreed to it.
yeah.
Can Rice give us something like the driving, the way he presses upfield? Yes. But sometimes his killer passes, he doesn't have those killer passes that, what do they call it?
Partey.
Partey has on the street smart. That is where that is Partey's forte. You
Yeah,
understand? It's not a bad thing. Those are Rice's limitations. He has not played in this kind of team before. Can he improve and give us something more? Yes, I do believe so. Those passes, do I think he has it? I've not seen it from him. You understand? If he had a little bit of it, he would have seen some to say, okay, let them develop. So we've not seen enough or a lot in that area. But defensively, marauding front and back to help
exactly.
us press is excellent. You understand? A 9/10 in that aspect. Attacking wise, he doesn't have it. And our thing has been slowed down. See, I was listening, you know that Chelsea guy, the one I said wears
Uh,
glasses,
which one?
that comes on the terrace from time to time, wears glasses, shades
Mm.
actually, wears dark shades.
Oh, that clown. I know the clown you're talking about. I know the clown. Yeah.
He hosted. It was a stream I was watching. I think they call him HH or so. So the guy, when funny enough, I was watching his stream, and when that thing you normally see people do things in bad faith,
Yeah.
but can be reasonable. I was watching a stream and I was now wondering why lie to yourself. You knew all this beginning of the season, but you people intentionally just wanted to lie to yourself.
No, let me, if you
Those,
don't mind, let me interject there. See,
please do.
there's something I've come to realize about humanity and human beings.
Hmm.
Let's just be true to a lot of people love the lies. I
Yeah,
see. I heard someone mistakenly say it is a media expert who has done media for over 30 years. He said the human psyche
yeah,
has a dopamine lift that is ecstatic when they are being lied to or you are pushing propaganda to them. That people don't like the truth
yeah,
naturally. And if you look
yeah,
at it, if you don't call yourself subconsciously, you love lies because lies are more appealing. They are more sweet
yeah,
to the ear. They are more soothing to the ear to listen to.
yeah,
And truth can cut sometimes too deeply. It's just the truth.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
people, a lot of people love lies, and if you are programmed to the mainstream heavily, I'm sorry, you've been indoctrinated, and you won't want to see things
Yeah.
from objective facts. I told you,
Yeah.
I used to be an apostle of AFTV until I called myself to order that you guys are pushing this thing too far. I
Yeah.
know that time Arsenal was in a dumpster fire, we're not doing well, but I'm like not as horrible as they were calling and insulting Wenger's wife and family. I'm not for that. We can criticize the team
Yeah.
in good
Criticize those
faith,
that are in charge.
yeah,
But
but when you start going that far and doing things like you said in bad faith, I am not for that. See, when we lost against Aston Villa, I was disappointed. I even used the
yeah,
word bottle, but not as the way you have like people on the joy this team has given us in the last 2 years. Let's be fair. Come on, when last we compete for the league? Look at the quality
bro,
of players we
a
have
3-horse
now.
race. A
Yeah,
3-horse race. You see, we are talking a 3-horse race. Even if we were third, maybe
yeah,
we'll be 8 points or 6 points off. You understand? We are
sure,
not just inside. If Man City win their next 2 games, they could be 2 points ahead, which is a very huge possibility.
sure.
If they draw and this thing, we sit on top.
On top,
You understand? So
yeah,
we have come a long way from where we were.
sure,
I don't know if you understand. Now, could I understand where people were when people were angry? Okay, for a team that we finish in the top 4, let's say some
yeah,
games we were badly beaten. Yeah, but I can assure you, we were never as bad as this Chelsea.
never,
Never.
never.
That guy on his stream was saying something. He said he started supporting Chelsea in 1996. He said this is the worst game he has ever seen Chelsea play. He said 5-0, they were beating. One guy now said, what of the Man City, they lost 6-0. He said, you don't understand. Because it's Man City, everybody hyped that game up.
Yeah,
He said they lost 6-0, but they played
played
well.
well.
They
Yeah.
played well. He said this one
Okay.
was...
What I tell you off the phone yesterday when we say I'm saying I enjoyed the 5-0 we won yesterday, but I won't be overly critical. But I still mention the fact that Tomiyasu almost gave Nicholas Jackson a free gift yesterday.
Yeah.
There are a few things we can see. I'm not a blind supporter of my club, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a blind supporter.
Yeah.
Like I always say that what's his name? Zinchenko is clumsy, but guess what? If you don't have any other option, what are you left with? So sometimes you have to have fairness and good faith
even
in having this conversation.
When he came on, yeah,
Yeah.
even yesterday when he came on, let them show me a clumsy moment. Sometimes people overdo it.
Yeah.
With all these things. Like you said, they overdo it. The guy said, Chelsea, he saw Chelsea play 5-0. He said, people don't get it why he's saying it was the worst. He said it could have been 9.
It could have been 9. Definitely.
It was so bad. He said there were
Yeah.
moments where Arsenal were coming and coming and coming. He said they were coming to the point where he said they were teasing Chelsea. Imagine somebody said, he said, Kai Havertz missed chances. One person now said, Kai Havertz missed more chances than Chelsea created. I said that.
And I told you yesterday, for those who say I blind support Kai Havertz, that chance he passed, it was all the pass to right. He should have shot it.
Yeah,
I will criticize Kai Havertz for that.
Yeah, and the one he shot, he should have passed it.
Yeah, you should have passed it, right? So I'll criticize Kai Havertz, but what I tell you, even though we can criticize Kai Havertz for missing chances, I even noticed that Kai Havertz actually helps the team to create more chances than unusual. So you have to have the balanced conversation, not just be overly critical to the left and forget the right. There's a midpoint. But the fact that Arsenal fans have this preconceived notion of Kai Havertz that no is a flop, that is crazy. Imagine, look how Man U fans defend that flop, genuine or objective flop in Anthony. Genuine flop in Anthony. Look how Man U defend their own player. Consider that to how Arsenal actually try to drag
demean their player.
And demean their player. Make it make sense. And tell me you're not psychotic. Tell me you're not psychotic. No. And they claim I have standard. You don't understand that. You are used to you are traumatized. You don't understand that.
Exactly.
You're traumatized. It's crazy.
You want to claim standard.
Without Kai Havertz, we're not in title race. Nobody here to debunk that fact. Come and debunk it that without Kai Havertz, we'll still make this title race. We will have been falling off because Jesus will not be available, right? Kai Havertz has played midfield and strike, playing 2 positions for us this season, having availability, except from the West Ham at home that he had that 5 yellow cards. And you're telling me that this guy is not good because the mainstream and Chelsea fans are telling you it's horrible. Man, check yourself.
Bro, they will tell
Check
you,
yourself.
look at it. Look at the funny thing. He played 10 games as our striker. Last 10 games, 7 goals and 4 assists. Not even 10 games as a striker. In some positions in midfield. 7 goals and 4 assists. People will come and say, oh, see what Kopama, see how many Kopama has scored. Bro,
how many penalties?
8 more penalties. He'd be level with Kopama. He will be the highest goal scorer right now in the league.
See, they'll tell me he's not good in the midfield. How many times are we seeing Kai Havertz be in the midfield, link up play, and return back to the attack?
The first goal we scored yesterday,
where was he?
He dropped. Partey passed ball to him. He gave it to Odegaard. Odegaard gave it to Rice.
And yet he's not a good player.
See, no time to dilly-dally. No time to dilly-dally.
No necessary dribbles like Jesus. I love Jesus and I love dribbling, but I've told you many times that Jesus does this unnecessary dribbling that slows down our fluidity and the flow of the team. It's not coincidental that we score more goals with Kai Havertz on top than Jesus.
Bro,
even
do not
the so-called, I was listening to Handbrake podcast yesterday, right? And this what's her name? This lady on Athletic was trying to overly embellish Jesus. I love Jesus. He was saying he provided that assist. No, he stumbled over and the ball rolled over to Trossard. Let's not do that.
Yeah, of course.
We all watched that game. He wasn't trying to pass to Trossard. He stumbled over the ball and the ball ricocheted to Trossard and he scored it. These are the ills and flaws of Jesus sometimes. Trying to overdo sometimes when he needs to just lay it off. But it is what it is. It doesn't mean I hate Jesus, but sometimes you have to call out the objective truth.
No. Bro, those are the things that you call out so that he can improve on them. It's not that you're calling because he improves on it. It benefits us.
Sure. Oh, my guy is here. He has been on my tail. Yesterday, me and him went back and forth. Shout out to you, Mr. Wisdom. Without Odegaard, we will be in the title race. I can't say same thing for same old players. No, and I'll debunk that. See, Odegaard is instrumental, right? But who will he be passing to and linking up front with Kai Havertz? Okay, Odegaard and Nketiah, you think will be in the title race? No, let me go by your logic. Odegaard and Nketiah will be. See, you have to answer that question. If you take away Kai Havertz and put in Nketiah, who will be in the title race? Answer that question.
Bro, I will tear my head. I will tear it. I will tear it. Why?
He said Kai Havertz isn't a flop, but he has played his best position as a striker. Now, people don't get me. See, sometimes you have to have players who can be multifunctional and multidynamic. And Kai Havertz can play midfield and I can play strike. And guess what? I will still tell you, he's not the best at both. Now, we are calling, how do we grade best? Best is A1, right? A1 is 90. Yeah. A2 is 80. So Kai Havertz can give you 75 to 80, meaning he's not overly excellent.
80 to 84.
He's not excellent.
Because how many? The Ivan Toney, they were telling us to go and sign.
Exactly.
This thing. I've said Ivan Toney is not better than this guy now.
Exactly. So let me finish that point I was trying to say. So Kai Havertz is that player that give you 80 as a striker, 80 as a midfielder. He will not give you 90 to 100 because he's not that player. And for me, that is fantastic.
Bro.
And I'm not saying Arsenal don't go and bring another midfielder or striker because, like I said, let me reiterate it since it's a live show. I want the fact that if we don't, let's say, for example's sake, hypothesis, right? Let's say we bring Isak or bring another midfielder as 8, and we drop Kai Havertz, and those 2 players are not available, or they can't play in certain cups. I will gladly put in Kai Havertz, and our level will not drop significantly. Imagine from Jesus to Nketiah, compare that to Jesus to Kai Havertz. Can't you see the logic?
Bro, compare that to Saliba to Holding. Exactly your point.
That's my point.
Exactly your point.
Have that level that even though when we change players, there is no significant gap. If you want to compete with Man City and win the Champions League, all your players have to have that level that if you interchange them, there's no gap. That's what I'm asking for.
Bro,
So I'm not saying
Real
by
Madrid
force Kai
wanted to
Havertz must
sign him
start.
in the summer.
Thank you.
Real Madrid wanted to sign him in the summer. So what does that
Exactly.
tell us? So I mean, when
Okay.
people are talking about all these things, he's their kind of player. He's still a maverick of a player. He's their kind of player.
Exactly. Of player.
You understand?
I'll
So
actually pick Kai Havertz over Jesus as a striker. Interesting. Very convenient right now. After the way he was arguing with me in bad faith, now he will pick him. Shout out to you, Mr. Wisdom. Partey did a nice job yesterday. We missed him in the midfield. Rice even looked going forward. Look good going forward. Shout out to you, BJ. That's what I've been saying. I say Partey makes everybody looks great. Have you noticed that Saka somehow miraculously was playing out of the skin when Partey was on the pitch?
Saka was turning Semo yesterday.
Thank you.
See, do you know what made it so sweet? When Chelsea fans were saying Kupama is better than hey, what Saka did to Kukurea yesterday, he will never forget.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you. Let's go down that rabbit hole. Why do you think Saka and Martinelli plays better when Partey plays?
Because the ball is moving. They get the ball as at when due. You understand? They know it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, they know when they have
the quality of the ball.
See, bro, you also what people don't also remember is position. There are some positions, right, that when Partey, like as soon as Saka received the ball, they were not over kicking Saka yesterday. Why? Because the availability that Partey had for Saka to give him the ball so that he must move. He knew that, okay, I don't have to hold on to the ball. Let me give Partey. I need to do to make it run.
Yeah.
That was it yesterday. So you can see that understanding. See, Partey understands it. Rice doesn't quite get it yet. Partey understands that place, maneuvering and everything.
Yeah, you see, you are being generous. Say,
no, bro,
Rice cannot do it. I'm sorry, no, I've seen enough.
I'm talking about the positioning and all those things in that particular place. You understand? Because I look realistically, that West Ham and England screw, Arteta is going to have to use I don't know what he will use to unscrew it.
Say, no, do you know what? You need a player like Partey or Profile to make Rice look good. That's all you need to help him. So you need certain players to help other players sometimes do better than what they are. So why must we put in Ketia? Was he here last season yet we're in a title race? You see another disingenuous argument. How many games did he play last season? How many games did Jesus miss last season compared to this season? So you have been disingenuous again. You are still being disingenuous again. And let's not forget,
let's even agree that Nketiah was there last season, right?
Yeah.
For the 4 months. He has forgotten that Trossard played some of our games as a first nine.
Exactly.
When he has still forgot. Even if we give Nketiah for last season, would he take Nketiah this season?
Exactly.
Mr. Wisdom, what do they call it?
Let me answer you this question. In a nutshell, he's a good rational bench player. Can we agree that? Because he can't start if we have Isaac or a good number 8. But now, if you have Isaac,
let me tell you. Let me even say.
Let me answer it. Let me answer it for you. You give a second. You back me up, or you have a different thought rather.
No problem.
If you bring in Isaac, everybody with a logical sense know Isaac is a better striker than Kai Havertz. I will not debate that. But I'm saying that if Isaac is not available, which is a possibility, you will not miss Isaac if Kai Havertz is playing there. That's my point. I'm not saying I'm not trying to be right. I want to win. You are trying to be right.
No, let's even go down the route of striker and all that. But sometimes we can be, as our guy was saying, we can be begging it. You understand me? I want to ask Mr. Wisdom a question. Let's use your hypothesis of Kai not playing as the number 8 that he says he doesn't want.
Yeah.
And Kai was playing as our striker from beginning of the season. Would Mr. Wisdom demand for another striker? I want to let every aspect on honesty. Would you demand for another striker if Kai Havertz was our striker? Because
Let me better.
by the way,
Let me give you a better question. Let me give you a better question. I bet most people in this stream or watch this stream later, if we have Ivan Toney with these numbers, don't complain. That's the
of course,
hypocrisy of the Arsenal fans. If Ivan Toney came in for 200 million with these same numbers, they'll
numbers
rationalize it and
and say
justify it.
this is the striker we have been
Yes.
looking for. One that can.
I know Arsenal
I
fans.
think you're talking to stupid people here or what?
I know them.
That's why I asked if he played as our striker, because let's use antecedent right now.
Yeah.
If we are using this same antecedent right now, that Kai Havertz is playing as a striker, and let's say he was even more, what do they call it? He was
flamboyant.
More flamboyant, and now got his confidence. Let's say from the 4th or 5th game, started scoring anyhow. By the antecedent we are going by, Kai Havertz should have maybe 18 to 20 league goals.
Yeah.
None of us would demand for a striker.
See, you are being too generous. I'm telling you, the Arsenal fan base, the general Arsenal fan base, if Ivan Toney had these numbers, they would justify it. It's about narrative.
Yes.
See,
he came in in January.
He came in January. Look at him. Yeah, they will justify it. That I know Arsenal fans. They will justify anything. They won't justify. It's about narrative, not about the truth, not about the objective truth. Good game, but we're very wasteful with the chances we had in the first half. I was also convinced that we're going to concede, but when we couldn't finish Chelsea off. See, what will you choose? Creating more chances or missing more chances? For me, even though they miss a few chances, which I accept is not good, but provided you're creating more chances, you will score eventually. You will score. The reason why we lost against Aston Villa, right? See, I've seen Wenger say it, Arteta say it, Pellegrini say it. Provided you are creating chances, you will eventually score. The reason why we lost against Aston Villa was second half, we did not create.
Second half, we're
tired. So can we have a good faith conversation, guys?
Yeah,
can we have a good faith?
Against Aston Villa, if we had continued, we would have beaten them.
Yeah. So we need a new player to rotate with Saka, which I agree with that too. If you can get one, I agree with that. Yes, the first half of the game yesterday would tell you for sure. I don't understand what you mean. Will tell us for sure.
Can you striker?
Can you elaborate?
No.
So the Isaac we're asking for, right?
It's a lie.
If Isaac came and missed a few chances, guess what? They will find a way to justify it.
Yeah, it's a lie. Mr. Wisdom, stop lying. Every team misses chance. People should not come here and act as if we are stupid. Man City that played the same Chelsea, how many chances did Haaland miss on that day?
Exactly.
Bombs will be arguing online. What do they call it? Kai Havertz is missing chances. What did Haaland miss against Chelsea?
At least a hat-trick of chances. At least a hat-trick of chances.
You understand?
At least.
He missed this thing. We always like, because this person scored this amount of goals, we like the person. They put it in our head. This guy is this striker. Let me tell you one thing. When the game is on the line against the big teams, I will back Kai Havertz over Haaland, because
definitely
he will show himself.
Will show up.
Haaland will not show. Haaland will go and find one team where he knows he can dunk on. And score 5. All of us can't see. You never see this striker before. What is it? It was not what he was doing last year.
Yeah, that was the last year. Score 5. So no, hell to the no. So
we're acting as if we are not seeing this thing.
We're not all stupid, guys. We are not all stupid. So let's not do that. Let's not be disingenuous. We're not saying Haaland is not a good striker, but we've seen it consistently that when it comes to the big games, especially this season, he's not showing up. Right? And Kai Havertz, a lot of you are calling a donkey, a giraffe who doesn't know what he's doing.
No, bro, that's what I'm asking.
I agree.
If he was
that Kai can be more lethal, but guess what? He still creates a lot of chances for us.
Bro,
so
he can be more lethal. Yes. But how many strikers that became lethal were lethal once?
He's still 24.
Most of these guys were lethal once. Harry Kane that they are calling. See, let this guy, Mr. Wisdom, let me prove your point wrong. You said Kai Havertz started playing as a striker from what do they call it? The turn of the new year. How many games has he played, and what is his
Goal
goal
ratio.
this thing, goal ratio? If you can answer that to me, what are the stats as a striker? Don't come and tell me he's not lethal. What is a lethal striker? How many lethal strikers exist? Stop using what are they calling it? Henry, Nistelrooy, Van Persie, and come and be. How many lethal strikers exist
Do you have
right now?
right now? Exactly. So that was it. Sometimes these conversations are just done in bad faith.
Bro,
It's done in bad
the guy
faith.
is not even. We are not even looking at the fact that this guy is developing now. This
Now,
is the first time he has gone to a place apart from Leverkusen where he's developing. Forget that crap at what do they call it?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Forgive my language.
That happens.
But
Yeah.
look at what he's doing. He's improving. You're seeing it. You're seeing it. So you're not coming to tell me he's a lethal striker after one full season, after one season where he has played half of a season as a striker.
See, people say this little striker, right? He is really embellished, right? There are a few little strikers we've seen in the last 10 years. Suarez, Messi, maybe Ronaldo, if you play a striker sometimes.
I don't put them as little. I don't put them as striker. Even the Benzema that they're saying, imagine, look at the logic. When you know football fans don't know anything, is when they come and tell you Benzema is a little striker.
He's not.
Or was a little striker. Benzema was never a
little striker.
Little strikers are the ones when we talk about Ferenc Puskás. Those were little strikers. Benzema used how many years to get the numbers he got? Ferenc Puskás went to Madrid at 31, 32. And imagine, he became their second highest goal scorer of all time.
That's a little striker. Little striker.
So they don't, you're coming to say we should sign like a Haaland. Okay, we don't have a Haaland. Look at where we are.
Exactly.
The key to where everything turned was when Kai Havertz started playing as a striker. So you think that everybody has started scoring, including him. Right now, the guy has...
One thing that people, Arsenal fans, that's why I say I watch the same thing. The movement that Kai Havertz makes in that game, it opens up opportunity for Arsenal every time.
They will I
told you. Yeah. And that's an Arsenal fan agenda, because I feel like if we had Partey in the Bayern game, I'm 75% sure.
I'm not even 70. I'm 100% easy. Because there are some things. See, the moment Kai was like, give me ball from Rice. Rice would look at him. No, he might find way, go give Saka. So they already knew how they would do.
Exactly. Yes. Because do you know why? It's safer to pass those safe passes from Rice. But Partey is that guy that can give you a better variety of passes, the movement, the guile that you want. For me, people think that only strikers can give you a wow moment. Only strikers can give you a moment of brilliance. Midfielders can give you moments of brilliance on the midfield. And we all saw it yesterday. So I'm happy with this, with the transformation of this team. I hope Man City can stumble and can take full advantage. We are playing those idiots on Sunday. Hopefully, this momentum can take us there and go and dunk on them on Sunday. Yeah. So for me, two most tough matches for us, which is Sunday, which is Spurs and Man United. Now, Man United is not a tough match but the context of the spirit of that game. Yes, the spirit of that game, I fear.
They want to turn up.
Exactly. So that's
for me. I trust their ability to fuck things up.
Sure. Which they've done constantly this season.
Yeah.
They've done that constantly this season. I agree. I prefer that we create a lot if we don't score in different games. Just have some chances in the first half. If they score one of those early. Yeah. Chances creation and missing chances is part and parcel of the game.
Like, bro, you know what? At the end, this thing people don't understand. You don't get it. Even if Chelsea had scored, it would have been a bloodbath. What made Chelsea lose yesterday was when it was 1-0, they thought they had a chance. That was what made them lose, because they wanted to come out. You see, when we always say come out and play football, so that we can at least
see spaces.
That was the reason. The reason Chelsea were destroyed was because they thought they had a chance. You understand? I'm even hearing Chelsea fans calling Enzo Fernandez pregnant. the pregnant Argentine.
See, you know my knowledge about Enzo Fernandez. Like, he's not a bad player. I
No,
just think the Premier League is
no,
not it's
no,
not for him.
no. It's not about Premier League. If he was playing for Arteta, he wouldn't be doing like that. And I'll tell you why. Do you
Okay.
know when he came to England? Do you know what the physio at Chelsea said about Enzo? Say Enzo is chubby.
But he is a
That
little
was what the
bit.
physio said. No, it's not a little bit. It's not a little bit. You know, there's one thing they call empanadas. You know, this is like flatbread. Almost like when you are having tacos, this thing, maybe they do empanadas. You understand?
Empanada, I know, yeah.
Exactly here. So that's what they say it's the physio.
Wow, a lot of it. A lot of empanadas.
If they tell you somebody is chubby, what do you expect?
But for me, that's hypocritical, right? If Enzo is chubby, what about the right back?
Chris James.
Why
do you think he's not playing?
Exactly.
Chubby. No, chubby and muscular. See, that one it gets to the point of huge.
So Mr. Wisdom is asking a question.
Is we don't need a striker as long as we have Kai. Plus, my argument isn't about Kai being a crappy player, but my point is he plays his best as a striker and not a midfielder. Okay, first of all, I've said it before, and I'll still say it again. The narrative would always change if we had Kai starting as a striker from the season. None of us would demand for it. And if Arteta now looks and says, Ishak is too difficult, I'm not signing a striker. Kai is playing as my striker. We are winning the league next season still. I don't know if you understand. That is all I'm trying to say. If we play with Kai as a striker from the next season, from the beginning, we are not out of place. Just because we miss a few chances, everybody see there will be games if we sign Ishak. That Ishak will be there and we'll still miss chances and we might shoot blanks. Henry, as little as Henry was, were they not games where they beat us 1-0?
Let me tell you. See, do you know the hypocrite of Arsenal fans? One of the worst day of my life for 2026 when we lost against Barcelona. Henry missed two good chances that would have won Champions League by now. Who is talking about those chances?
Easy.
3-0 easily. After we got that red card against Sol Campbell, Henry should have chilled the game. Nobody's talking about it. So even the best of the best misses chances. So let's stop all these bad faith argument that because we signed Ishak, he won't miss chances. They won't miss chances.
You know the thing that people are not understanding? Ishak is a different profile of a striker than Kai. That is what I can understand. If you say you want him, he's faster, he is more like he would take more chances as a striker. That almost is a killer. Mine is Kai at Arsenal now is developing to be that kind of player. When he missed that chance where he wanted to pass to Rice yesterday, you saw what happened, what he did the next one. The next one was he took a shot. And I'm sure when Arteta spoke to him in the dressing room at halftime, check the second goal. The second goal he scored, you would know that they told him, look, once you get into that position, take a shot. And that was what he did. So we are now looking and saying, okay, this is somebody that is developing his strike game. What are they calling behind the scenes? He's someone that has not been developing over the years for Chelsea.
He's 24. He's 24 for crying out loud. People are acting as if Kayala is 28. Like, what age did Lewandowski become a little striker? Like, we're acting as if Kai Havertz is this 28 years old.
When did Harry Kane become that guy?
Yeah. Like, guys, simmer down. Simmer down.
Well, what age?
Exactly.
So we even the same Ishak they are shouting about. When Arsenal wanted to sign Ishak, what do people say? They don't want Ishak.
Yeah.
So people should stop this narrative of they know football. And secondly, I understand when he's saying, oh, his best game as a striker. As a midfielder, Kai Havertz is not your normal 8 that you're looking for. Dribble. Yes. The only Arteta wants only Odegaard to be doing that. He wants another person that flows the game quickly and is intelligent about it. That is what he wants.
So, Mr. Foster, continue the stream. Let me re-enter. I'm stuck.
Yeah. Mr. Nafa. Yeah, we are doing good. Yeah. So did you enjoy Chelsea's game yesterday? The game against Chelsea yesterday, because that game was beautiful. You understand? I enjoyed every bit of it. Now I was nervy, like I said at the beginning of the stream. I had one dream where Arteta played children instead of what do they call it? Instead of the first team, but that was because on there was a particular tweet going around. I think that was an Arsenal page where he said because I think people were calling for rotation. So the guy was taking the mick out of the players, saying we should play Zinchenko, play Tomiyasu as fullbacks. Then we should bring in Smith Rowe and Vieira, then Reece Nelson, then Jesus and Martinelli. I think that was what he was asking us to play, because people were saying the team is shattered. So I was really scared and skeptical, but I'm really happy. Chelsea, see, they've had it coming. The day when they were telling us that, and they were better than us at their home ground. I always used to look at it and say, that day, it's not that Chelsea were better. We just didn't turn up. And we saw the proof yesterday. Now, they will come and tell us, Cole Palmer. See, if you're a Chelsea fan and you want to use Cole Palmer as an excuse, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because anybody who uses Cole Palmer as an excuse, when you sent this thing, anybody who uses Cole Palmer as an excuse, when you spent 1 billion on players, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you cannot spend 1 billion. Look at most of the players you signed. Most of those players are clowns. Now, yesterday, I said it, Modric made me feel, I was wondering, if Arteta signed this guy, what would he have done? Now, maybe that is the team he's playing for, because I just feel he's playing, because there were moments he had some very smooth and nice touches. But I'm looking at this guy now, Modric. Madueke was even the better one, because he was trying to do things, but I'm telling you, he's not playing in the what do they call it? He just doesn't. He's not just doing anything. Now, Enzo and Caicedo, the less spoken about them, the better. You understand? Because those guys are comedians. I remember one person said, yeah, bro.
If you're acting crazy, so I have to just restart the whole stream from the end. Shout out for you for holding forth, and shout out to everybody for keeping the comment section going. So that is a few of. Let's answer some of their questions. I got Nev when we're 1-0 that ball we scored every 5 minutes second half. That was beautiful. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
He brought some tears.
As soon as I saw Partey in the lineup, I predicted 4-1. You can see Mr. Wisdom Beep. Mr. Wisdom say, I'm not trying to get at you. It looks like you speak from both sides of the mouth. So Partey boosts your confidence, but if I say Partey gives us something that Rice doesn't give us, I'm the bad guy. Or am I tripping, Mr. Fosa?
You're not. You're not.
Because when I say, hey, Partey gives us something else, I have an agenda against Rice. But the same Partey raises your confidence. Interesting. I like Kai. We have defended him since he came from Chelsea. I just think you are harsh towards Rice by same logic using Kai. Okay, how am I harsh towards Kai or towards Rice? Because I'm saying, unfortunately, it doesn't give us the attacking verve. I made a stream earlier this morning and I said, let's put a number to it, right? Defensively, let's say Declan Rice versus Partey. Defensively, I'll rate Partey 80 defensively, Declan Rice 95. But offensively, I'll rate Partey 90, Declan Rice 50. And as a team that will hold the ball for most of the time, how many tackling is Rice doing? Well, overrating his tackling. How many tackling is he doing if you have the ball Most of the time, except when we
Most
play
of
maybe
the
in
time.
Man City, maybe we'll play Bayern. How many times we need Rice tackling? Come on, guys, let's be logical.
No, it's true. Because yesterday, you know how many times we rained on Chelsea? That is
Yeah,
what I'm talking about. That guy who I said has that HH, he said Arsenal were piling. He said he has never seen them pile on Chelsea. Not even Man City has piled on Chelsea the way
Chelsea like
Arsenal
that.
did it. He said it could have what was that? It could have easily been and what do they call it? 9 yesterday. Easily have been 9. So
Yeah,
imagine who started most of the attacks? Partey. As soon as he got the
but
ball was moving forward. It was always moving, and it was all and the sense of where the ball was moving, the understanding, the telepathic understanding he had with
nothing.
Odegaard was phenomenal. The one he
See,
had with
there was a
Saka.
clip. There's a clip that was going around on Saturday. Lately, Odegaard saw Partey coming on. The grin and smile on his face. See, even players, right? They know players that make them look better. See, let's not pretend. This is not me raining on Rice. I still love Rice. I'm just saying he has some shortcomings that is not healthy for the team. The way, see, forensically, right? We are all raining on Martinelli and Saka. This is that they've dropped. Why have they dropped? Why have you asked yourself why
Yeah,
have they dropped?
our attacks are too slow. The start is too slow. We are moving.
Yeah,
See, let me tell you, before Kai started playing a lot of things, what do
yeah,
they call it? A lot of before he started playing, before we started playing as him as a striker all the time, where he was
yeah.
shuffling midfield and defense. Do you remember most of our attacks were slow? We were
Exactly.
moving the ball slowly.
Yeah. So Martinelli missed goal actually pissed me off. What's going on with him? It could be 6. I understand it happens. It's kind of rusty. Let's not forget he's been an out of the team since he came back from that foot court against Sheffield United. Sometimes let's
Yeah.
be a little bit gracious to our players. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
missing
just
excuse for
getting.
him.
This was the
So
first time that he began. For me, he even had a good game yesterday.
yeah.
You understand? He even had a good game. Like you could see that if he just let him continue, he will get this
Yeah.
thing back.
I
Sometimes
agree with
players
Mr.
need to also
Wisdom
get
on
yeah.
exactly. I agree with Mr. Wisdom on this. A lot of things could be misconstrued by text. Personally, if not injuries, I
Yeah,
believe Partey is better than Rodri. Like the evidence is there. If you want to know Partey is better than Rodri, go and watch 2 years ago the match you lost, unfortunately, against Man City at home. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Partey controlled that midfield like nobody
really good.
else.
Of course.
As easily. He was busting them, but
He
injuries
was a
and
man
father
of the
time.
match.
The man of injuries and father time has come with Partey. If not for injuries, you are comparing Casemiro to Partey. Look at the disrespect. You are comparing
And the five
Casemiro.
Champions League.
See, trophies can overly embellish the quality of certain players because they are playing a team that they are winning
Yes, of
trophies.
course. Yeah.
Casemiro versus Partey. Are we having a laugh? Oh, because it's black. Okay, let's say what it is. Let's say that one too. That's it.
I know.
Yeah, nah. Partey for me, even for the injury and for that time, Partey is an exceptional player that a lot of see if Partey was in Man City, forget the league, forget Champions League, they have won it. Forget it. Partey makes forward passing look so easy and smooth. Thank you. This is what I talk about that people misconstrue that I'm bashing Rice. No, he makes the forward passing
Yeah.
smooth.
Rice is always like it
Effortlessly.
will be too slow. He will be walking with the ball, doing like this.
No,
Then
he
when
will
he,
bend
when
his
he, when
waist.
he,
He'll bend
no,
his waist
no,
to the
the
right.
first thing you do, he'll be holding the ball, holding to the ball, holding to the ball.
Yeah.
You do pass. Can't do. This is not a bomb football. Move it quickly. Move it quickly. Ain't
It's,
no
it,
time.
it,
These are
it
some
passes as if
Nigerian Premier League midfielders. They are star.
it still passes as if it's the West Ham. That's my problem with
Yeah,
Rice.
that's my
It still
point.
passes as if it's at West Ham. You're not at West Ham. You're at Arsenal, where we have to move the ball as quick as possible. We overrate Rice tackle. This is the senior statement to make because one of the reasons we have a better defensive is done to Rice.
I'm not saying
Really?
this.
I can
Let
disprove
me
it. I
answer.
can disprove it. Okay, answer it.
Last season,
Please do.
before Rice came, we knew our
Yeah.
defensive record. You
Yeah.
understand? I'm not saying what do they call it? Rice does not have this thing. What do they call it? That Rice doesn't tackle. But how many tackles
Yeah.
does he make? We always act as
See,
if
yeah,
we are always
yeah.
defensive
Do you know
end.
what? He just set up himself. He set up himself. Look at what he just said. Follow it. He said Rice needs Partey beside him to flourish. He's like Casemiro to Real Madrid, a good tackler but a bad passer. But that
But you're
logic,
saying
look,
he's harsh. But you're saying he's harsh and bashing on Kai. This is the reality of what we've been saying since. It's the reality of what we've been saying since. It's just like when we had Coquelin. Coquelin could win the ball, but he knew he could
yeah.
not do more than he gave it to Cazorla.
But the difference in this thing, the difference in this in that right, Rice is not giving it to people he needs to give it to quick enough, and he's slowing down our attack. It's like he doesn't like me saying it, but he wants to say it. So I look at Casemiro and Man United that he doesn't have Modric and what's his name and Cruz. Look at how bang average he looks at looks at Man United. Look at how bang average Casemiro that we're saying is better than Partey is looking at United, because sometimes you need other players to make him flourish. What about saying in my stream? I say for Rice to flourish, you need a Zubimendi or some other kind of players to make him look better, or else he will cost us some crucial games. Especially the Champions League against Bayern. There's a reason why Bayern let Rice have the ball. Think. Why do you think Bayern let Rice have the ball?
You hurt them.
Thank you.
See, understand that when people were saying that Bayern game, it's not about this thing. Is what do they call it? When you look at that Bayern game, there are some players that, let's say when Ozil was at Arsenal, people would park the bus, but the ball will still pass them.
Sure.
Why? Because the quality, that is what Partey gives you. Even if that bus is there. You see that small space? It's where I want to be. Yeah. Exactly. Those pockets. Now, when Havertz was in those pockets against them, how many times did he see the ball that day?
He can't, because our friends with the ball. Rice is with the ball. He can't pass it. He can't. I'm sorry.
Well, those things. Oh, he will drive. Yes, he can drive. See, you can drive from defense to midfield to attack. But if you don't have the right, let's say, ball choices or the right, what do they call it? If you don't pick the right pass, it's always going to be another nonsense again.
Arteta wants interchangeable players at the back line, midfield, and up front. You might not rate certain attributes of Rice, but he can do it. I'm not saying Rice is useless. I'm just saying he affects our attack, which is objectively the truth. You don't like the fact I'm saying it. You guys just like the fact that I'm saying it out. I get it. Let's protect him. £100 million player, our record signing. I am doing that.
But he's interchangeable, yes. But you're not getting the crucial moments. See, no matter how interchangeable you are, if you don't have those right, see, we normally say KDB used to spam. Facts.
Yeah.
But there are some balls that when KDB will spam them, the moment of quality is too much. See that pass that Odegaard gave yesterday to Kai for Kai's first goal. Look, that is what we are talking about when we say that is what we want to see Rice doing.
You can't do it.
But
you wait forever.
No, that's what I'm saying. We want to see
forever. Like a football by HG said. Remember, 1-4 touch from Partey could win us. Could win
against us.
Exactly. I'm sorry for I don't know why my eyes are acting funny. So that's just it. We'll have won. Because his dynamism and forward thinking and the way he knows how to read the game is something like you can tell that Partey is that street footballer that learns certain things from the streets that you can only taught in the academy. There's a reason why most world footballer of the years once played on the streets. What does street teach you? Cunningness, how to You cannot see. There's something you cannot learn from the academy. It's like songwriting. You can go to all this Harvard School of Songwriting. Doesn't mean you cannot write some hits because you went to school to study music. It doesn't work that way. Guys, wake up. We don't hate Rice. I and don't hate Rice. But you're saying that he's a limited footballer. It is what it is.
No, that is it. But the way he has given us some solidity, yes.
Yeah, definitely. We can't take that away from him. It's always meant to be Partey and Rice together. Partey, but unfortunately, Partey has been injured all season, which is a fair point. It's a fair point. Yeah, it's a fair point.
No,
but
that is the fact. But when you see, they admit it's all supposed to be. But what we are saying is, as it's not the two of them, they shouldn't say, "Oh, Rice is doing this for us." That we are winning. No, don't over embellish it. That's my own problem.
Exactly.
Attacking wise, we have just been finding ways to just be making things happen. You understand? Exactly. Let's get the ball forward, then we can't Odegaard's movements. Things will happen.
So shout out to you shout out to everybody that came in to the chat, from Wisdom to just say one more. This will be the last one. The same way you purchase the money for a second from Kai, same way you want Rice to pass like Odegaard. Kai is a limited footballer.
Let me destroy this narrative. Kai at Leverkusen. Right? Go and watch him. I won't tell you. Kai at 2019 at Leverkusen until he went to Chelsea. Just go and watch Kai. Just type on YouTube and Leverkusen Kai Havertz. Watch him by yourself. When you're done watching, then come.
He said, "I'm talking about aesthetic. I'm not talking about passing aesthetic. I said quality of pass. This guy is misconstruing what I'm saying deliberately. I said quality of passing.
Let me call someone, right? Who will I use? Xhaka didn't have those aesthetics,
but it was effective.
Could
give those passes. Thank you. It's not about aesthetic. It's the quality of passing.
Yeah.
Look, why have you guys to get the choice? Yeah.
The choice and quality are two different. It's not see. This shows you see. You said the same way a batch of us are demanding aesthetics from Kai.
Yeah.
So it shows what your problem is the aesthetics.
Yeah.
But you
not effectiveness.
Want us to go and sign up Anthony.
Say if I you see by his logic, if I was demanding aesthetics, I'll prefer Jesus to Kai.
Exactly.
Your argument is not even making sense. You are doing gotcha moment. I'm sorry, it's not a gotcha moment. I'm not able to gotcha. I want to win it.
He's not winning it. You understand?
I'm not saying if I'm looking for aesthetics, right? If I'm looking for aesthetics, I'll prefer Fabio Vieira to Odegaard. But effectiveness, Odegaard at this moment is not effective.
Bro, even the aesthetics, Odegaard has it. See, overload.
Yeah,
you understand?
So, guys, stop it.
It's only for Odegaard. We are saying Rice doesn't have those killer passes. Rice doesn't have the intelligence to start those attacks quickly. That's what we are just talking about.
OG Wisdom is he's actually a bad faith argument pusher. So shout out to everybody. OG Wisdom, Football HD, Mr. Ige, everybody that has made it, Mr. BGD, that have made it an interactive section this morning. Yes. Shout out to everybody, and I appreciate you guys for making it and giving us your time. Could be doing any other thing with your time, but shout out to everybody. So we'll be here tomorrow. Let's continue to enjoy the victory against those Blue Rascals. Let's continue to sink it in their head. And let's go to support Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and all our players. We can criticize in love, right? I don't hate any of our player. Like say I hate myself. How can I hate my player? I'm just saying, right here, you could do better. Right here. You have some limitations. That's what I'm saying.
If we have children, we know even if this team, one will be a special person in this, another person will be a special person. All we are saying is improve. This is not your strength. Go to the place that is stronger for you or this team.
Yeah.
Now you work on it. So
yeah. Nice stream. Nice conversation too. So can Brighton and Everton achieve something? So Everton play Liverpool today. Let's see. Let's see what tomorrow morning we're celebrating Everton win. Let's see.
I don't expect much, right? But as it's a way, maybe. So I'm not asking for a win from Everton. I'm asking for a draw.
A draw. That's fair enough. That's fair.
You can draw 1-1. I'm good.
Do you
I
know
ain't complaining.
do you know my happiness? We are doing our own job too. Provided we are doing our own job by winning. So
Yeah,
let's
we
put it
just
down
hope
on the
for
job.
the best. You understand? That's all.
Yeah.
And I like that we
So
added
guys,
that it was plenty. Sorry, we
exactly.
can have the goal difference. I'm
Oh,
happy we
we
expanded
added
it.
more. We expanded it because it might come in handy on the last day. The goal
Bro,
difference will come in handy on the last day. So that's great. So shout out to everybody that made this stream a fantastic one. We appreciate your time. Like I said, you could be doing anything, even that we disagree or agree. It's still a healthy conversation. So which is fair. Men can disagree with passion. It is what it is. So guys, like the video, watch on the playback. Make sure you subscribe and share the video. I will appreciate that. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.